All right, so I want to start by doing some like quick announcements and things, and then I want to talk to you guys. I'll talk to you guys about this is kind of like a getting fired up or getting re-fired up call. So first things first. You guys probably noticed, I hope you noticed, I canceled the new coach training because I don't feel like there's enough new coaches joining. We just did the event in Team Phoenix, the live event, so not too long ago. So I'll probably reschedule one for the beginning of August. So if you have coaches or if you're a new coach, I'll get that on the books for you guys pretty soon. You can always too, if you have new coaches or if you are a new coach, you can always stick them in an old one or talk to your upline and get in an old one. It's basically a video series, which I probably need to update those because I made them back in the winter. It's a video series, and they can go through and watch the videos if they're dying to get in one. Okay. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about, actually, can you guys hold on one second? I'm going to mute for just 1 second. Sorry, my kids are still upstairs with my husband, and they're being super loud. And I know the recording's gonna pick everything up. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk to you guys a little bit about is the Diamond Retreat and the qualifications for that. Megan Eggleston, she put out the requirements not too long ago. So, and if you haven't looked them over carefully, make sure you do, because the requirements start now in July. And let me tell you, there's absolutely no reason that every single person, if you're working your business and you want Diamond, obviously if you don't want it, that's fine. But if you want it, there's no reason why you can't decide to do it, go for it, and be at the next retreat, basically. The next one is going to be held in next May. We're going to go back to Anna Maria Island in Florida. Let me tell you, when we were planning it last year, I thought, you know what, next year I think it'll just be easier to do one closer by, maybe rent a lake house, blah, 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 for my own team. But after doing it last year and being involved with everyone in Team Phoenix, let me tell you, it was so freaking amazing that I honestly can't wait for our next one. And it was a no-brainer to go ahead and start planning it together again. The requirements, you have to reach Diamond by 6 weeks before the new year. I think it's the exact date's in November, but if it's on your radar and it's something you think you might want to do, let me know and I'll get you the exact date for that. And you have to hold it for the 6 weeks. And you really have to plan on holding it. You know, there's, the fact is sometimes we hit a rank or whatever and we wobble and wiggle and wobble and whatever. And so it's important to stabilize it and kind of keep going with it. I can help you with that. The other requirement is, well, actually, let me back up. There's nobody on this call in case people catch the recording. If you are a current Diamond, you need to advance in rank to a Star Diamond, or you need to advance on the leadership ladder. The leadership ladder is basically a sort of stepping stones Beachbody has put out, and honestly, I love it. You can access it and what it is in the FAQs. If you log into your online office, you know, where it has the box where it shows you your Success Club points. Right at the top of the tab, leadership ladder is all the way to the right. Click on that and you can see where you are. You basically have to achieve certain categories. There's income, there's your personally sponsored coaches hitting Success Club, there is week-like volume, rank, I'm missing something. And what your person-sponsored coaches are on the leadership ladder kind of dictates where you fall. I love this because it really shows you where you need to work in order to get further along in your business. For example, back about a year ago, I was considered a team builder, and I was working toward team leader, and my one area where I was really lacking was my week-like volume. So I knew that I needed to really get my week-like going, and because of that, you know, I knew where to put coaches. I knew that by doing that, my income was going to rise because that's the Team Cycle bonus thing. That's where I knew I needed to focus my attention. But it'll tell you kind of, you know, where you need to, you know, there's certain things you can't control, but they're all kind of tied together. You know, as your weekly volume goes up, income's going to go up. As your personally sponsored coaches start hitting Success Club, that's going to help your rank, blah, blah, blah. Just something to keep in mind. The last requirement is Success Club. Success Club is really, I mean, it is, you got to start hitting it if you're a working coach, basically. Success Club 5, you're helping 3 people a month, new people a month. It may seem like a lot at first, but as you get started, it's, you know, and get going, you'll find ways and you'll figure it out. I put a call or a live video in the Team Alive page the other day about filling your bucket with people. Just filling every single month, filling your bucket with new people. And each month, a couple people are going to pop out of your bucket. But during the time that they're in there, you need to be like swimming around with them. You got to be building that relationship with them. You know, yes, we're salespeople in a lot of ways. I get it. It's hard to. It's hard for me to sit here and say, oh, we don't sell, but we do. We're salespeople. But at the same time, I think something that makes us unique is that we build relationships, legit relationships, and I think that's what, especially on our team, successful people on our team are successful because they've built relationships with their customers and with their coaches. You know, I think that's what makes Team Phoenix so awesome. Like the relationships amongst each other, and I hope that we have that in Team Alive. And we all most of us started out as customers first. So, you know, really, you know, once you put them in your bucket, you're building that relationship all the time. I mean, I use the example of, you know, I started in my first clean eating challenge over 2 years ago, and some of those people are still coming out of my bucket each month. So the more people you put in, the more chances you're going to have that you'll have 3 people come out each month who want to buy a challenge pack. And then you'll hit Success Club, and those people will get results, and those people will become your coaches. I mean, that's how this works, right? That's kind of leading into what I want to talk about, actually. So that's a Diamond Retreat. It starts now. Even if you think you might want to push for this, I posted, well, I'm going to put together a message thread with people who want to do this, and you know, there's not going to be any requirement. I'm not going to like put work on you, but it's just going to be a place where we can encourage each other. We can check in, you know, are you hitting Success Club? You know, where are you lacking? Do you need help? Stuff like that. There'll be more to come on this, but if it's something you want to do, you know, we start now in July. Of course, stuff happens. If you miss a month of Success Club, there is sort of a buyback kind of thing where you contribute a certain amount of money toward the retreat in order to still go if you missed it, and that's only allowed one time, 1 month. So anyways, enough about that. If you have more questions about that, please let me know. I would love nothing more to have tons of Team Alive there. Last year we had me and then 2 others, but you know, 3 other people on our team earned it, so it was amazing. I would love to see everybody there. Okay, so moving on, I want to talk tonight about getting fired up or kind of refueling your fire. I feel like the momentum for a lot of people has slowed. I feel like we need to kind of reignite our fires and figure out why we're doing this and how to kind of get back on track and back to where we're feeling good and positive again. So kind of what I was talking about before, where you were filling your bucket and you're getting people to buy challenge packs. I want to talk about that order because I think it's super important. I think where you are in your business, especially if you're sort of further along in your business, we got caught up in who are we going to sign, where are we going to get working coaches, where are they going to come from, and we lose track of why we started this in the first place. So I feel like rediscovering why you started is going to be so important. Thinking about, you know, rewind in your head and think about what led you to this place to begin with. Most people on our team did some program, got some kind of results, and decided to join as a coach, whether it be for the discount or to work, or maybe you joined for the discount and now you're working. That's how I started, and I'm looking around, a lot of you started the same way. We kind of breed ourselves. I started for the discount. I'm like, well, why wouldn't I get the discount? Next thing you know, I'm working, blah, blah, blah. The rest is history. So kind of rediscovering why you started and going back to your why. I want you guys all to take 60 seconds and jot down why you started. Just, you know, it doesn't have to be elaborate, just even bullet points. Take 60 seconds, write it down. I'm going to start the clock right now. Go. All right. If you can always come back to this too. So rediscovering why you started. With that being said, now is the perfect time to restart a program, to recommit to a nutrition plan, to do one from beginning to end. I mean, the 21-day fix is a no-brainer because it's 21 days we can do that. And during that time, remember when you first did your program, I mean, I know I speak for myself. My first program was TurboFire after I had my son. And I did 3 months of solid TurboFire. I did not miss a day. I was working out every single nap time, dripping in sweat. There was never excuses. I gave up my junk food habit at night. I mean, I stuck to it to a T. And chances are, from looking at you guys, the first program you commit to, you probably committed the hardest to. You said, I just bought this. The money was fresh when you spent $140 or $160, and you were like, you know, now, like, however long has passed, a year, 2 years, I mean, the money's forgotten. Recommit. Go back to that time when you first started your program, and get in that mindset to do it again and follow that nutrition plan. You know, I think it's easy, especially in the summer, you know, to say we're going to do, you know, it's just a Friday night out, I'm going to do this, that, and the other. That kind of stuff sets you back. And if you're serious about this business and you feel like you're in kind of a low, if you hit a plateau in your business, recommit and stick to it. Your body is your business, and I think we forget that as we go along. And you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be a fitness whatever. You don't have to have a six-pack, but you do have to show progress all the time. We're not perfect, and we're fitness coaches, but we're not professionals, and that's where we differ. We're there to motivate, encourage, and whatever. But for people to trust us, it's so important to show our progress. Otherwise, I mean, if we're not doing it, how are they going to do it? They're going to be like, well, if you're not doing it, why am I going to do it? I mean, I'm guilty of this too. I sit here like spewing this information at you, but this is advice I need to take too. And remembering that this is your business. Sometimes that's gotten me through like the 3-day refresh, like showing that it works and proving it. It's how we make money. It's how we build people's trust. So recommitting and just getting refired up that way. Remembering how good it feels when your clothes fit and when you have energy. And I mean, there's no feeling like it. I remember thinking I'm never going back to that place where I was, where I hated looking in the mirror and I hated that and this and the other thing. Like going back to those moments. And if you feel like you haven't gotten results yet, stick to a program. You know, your guys are always welcome in my challenge groups. You know, everyone's always welcome, and do it as a challenger. I know there's a couple coaches who join my challenge groups all the time, and I love having my coaches in there because they actually kind of keep the group going. So feel free to join. All right. So really focus on getting yourself results. Focus on getting your challengers results, and that's going to lead to signing up coaches and building team. Working coaches who want to work, but maybe not jumping ahead. You know, remember, you have to pour into your challenge groups with your heart and pour into those people. Those are people that you want to help, and keeping that in mind. Sometimes we get caught up in the successful number. I want 10 or 5 or whatever. And remembering that behind that number is a person with a why and struggles, and they're looking to you for support. With that being said, not everybody is ready to buy the program. They're not all ready to commit, and that happens. So don't beat yourself up if somebody joins a group or buys a program and doesn't stick to it and doesn't get the results, because you can only do so much. Okay. All right. So that's number one. Rediscover why you started. Number two, staying positive is so important. This is something I've discussed with a couple of my coaches lately. Surrounding yourself with positive people and trying your best to stay positive. I know it's hard. I know it's easy to vent. I know it's easy to get caught up in annoying people, and when people say no and you're like, what the heck, and people give you objections and you're like, well, you're spending money on this, but you can't spend. It's so easy to get caught up in the negative. Try to stay positive, cut the negativity from your life. Know that everybody hears no, know that everybody hears money objections, but those people in your bucket, keep building their relationship, offer them value, they will come around. All right, so here is your assignment right now. I want you to take 60 seconds and write down 3 positive things about you and or your business. Be positive about you or your business. You're not sharing them with anyone else but yourself. I want you to reflect on the good things that you have going on for you right now. So go ahead, 60 seconds. All right. With that being said, I want to finish this little section by saying, make sure you're doing your personal development. Personal development is different from trainings. Keep that in mind. If you're listening to like a podcast training from another team, a Misfit Republic or Christine Dwyer or whoever, different from personal development. Personal development is making yourself a better entrepreneur, a better person. The trainings are learning how to become better coaches. Okay, so make sure you're doing your personal development every day. And if you don't have a success partner, find yourself one. I can help. Your upline can help. So important to have a success partner. Somebody who is in the same place as you in your business or similar place. Someone who wants the same things. Someone who is trying to hit Success Club every month with you. Someone who wants Diamond in time for the retreat. Somebody who, whatever. Whether you're just beginning, someone who wants to enroll in the next 3 months, whatever it is. Find yourself a success partner. When people come to me for one, I really try to hook them up with someone who I think is going to mesh well with the personality, whatever. Someone similar life. If you work full time, it's nice to have someone who else works for full time or has kids and whatever. Sometimes it takes time to find you one, but find yourself a success partner. They are your friend, your person. I cannot tell you the difference a success partner has made in my life. You still have your upline coach. I still have Megan. I talk to her every single day, but it's different from a success partner who is like, my success partner just said to me a month and a half ago, okay, you want to get to this retreat? Let's do it, blah, blah, blah. Like, you need to have one if you're working your business. In the beginning of your business, they're really awesome to run groups with. So find yourself one if you don't have one. Okay, number 3. That's the last one I have for you. I want to talk about Summit. I want everybody, whether you're going to Summit or not, I want you to be able to maximize Summit, the excitement surrounding Summit, and everything that's going to happen at Summit, because Summit is huge for releases. We already know Country Heat is being released at Summit, and it'll probably go on sale. Usually it goes on sale the Monday after, which would be August 1st. If you're there, you can usually buy the program at the core. That is huge. Along with that, they always have like 20 other announcements. Last year there was a Shakeology flavor released. There was a Hammer and Chisel. The Hammer and Chisel commercial came out. They had the My Challenger app. They started talking about that. There's tons of information that they released at Summit. So make sure that if you're there, you have a way to convey that to your team and to your customers. If you're not going, that's okay. You can still get excited about everything too. Stay in touch. I'll be posting updates in Team Alive as they come, and figure out how you're going to get that out to your customers and to your challengers and whatnot, especially Country Heat, because it'll be releasing there. If you're brand new, events are awesome for new things like this coming out. And a lot of you have joined my event for Country Heat. I opened it 2 weeks ago, something like that. Keeping your eye out on Carl. If you don't follow Carl Deichler, keeping your eye out there for test group results. I mean, one of our own, Jen McNeil, was in one of the test groups. Grab her results. I mean, that's somebody you know, and her results were amazing. So within the event, posting it all the time, that's going to be what's going to circulate and get people seeing it, and maybe getting people interested. And just really reiterating, I mean, mine is complete just information, reiterating that no one needs to buy it just because they're in the event. Think about how you're going to get excited about Country Heat. Make a list of people who you think might be interested in it. I mean, we know what it is. It's fancy. I'm reaching out to all my size customers. My past size customers might be interested. I'm surprised, actually, at how many people have shown an interest in it. The portion control containers are going to be with it. I mean, we all love those, and they're amazing. With that being said, get used to using the FAQs. If you literally just type in Google Beachbody FAQ, they come up. You got to switch it to Coach. There's like a little drop-down menu. It's Coach, Team Beachbody. Switch it to Coach, and find out all the facts about Country Heat. I'm sure Autumn will do a wake-up call in the next few weeks about it. But knowing, how many DVDs, what are they like, how does the food plan work? Knowing that stuff so that when people ask, you can answer. How much it costs, what's the challenge pack going to be, what's the base kit going to be, that kind of thing. Knowing a little bit about the music, we know the music's going to be country hits. I mean, that's cool. There's country music fans who love that. So really knowing about it is important. And I'm using the facts that I know about it to post in my events to kind of share it with people. Put yourself out there. I know last year, when Size was released at Summit, I did like a little dance off in my event, which was super embarrassing. I danced, but a bunch of people did it, and it was really fun. And I'll tell you, it got some excitement. Like, there's no reason why volume and challenge pack sales shouldn't go up during these new program releases. I mean, it's huge, and it's a cool program. Reach out to old challengers. I kind of already said that. Make sure you are kind of creating a buzz around it. If you're not excited about it, try to get excited. Who plans to do Country Heat? Anyone? A couple people? Yeah? Cool. I know I was not very excited about Size last year, but it was a lot of fun. My husband and I did it together, and we didn't take it as seriously as we should have. Every night he might maybe got beer or two to do it while he did Size. But try it and see. There is, even if it's not maybe for you, try to give it a chance and be open-minded. And maybe it's not your soulmate workout, but the more you know about it, the more you can convey it to other people. So, all right, that's what I have for you about getting fired up. Who has questions, comments, whatever, anything? You guys can unmute yourselves and ask away. Anybody?
Katie?
Hi.
Hey, I have a lot of older people, like my dad's interested in a challenge pack. My dad.
Mm-hmm.
So you think like P90 would be good for him to start with? We were just talking about it today. I know this isn't related to what you're talking about now, but.
No, that's okay. That's a really good question. I do think P90, I mean, that was the kind of the reason for P90 was for like middle-aged people who are just kind of starting to exercise. With that being said, I mean,
he does exercise a couple times a week with a personal trainer, but he wants something to do at home like I'm doing, so he knows some stuff. I'm just worried about him doing like P90X3, where it's like some of it's a little crazy.
No, absolutely. And that's exactly what Tony Horton said. I remember it was in the wake up call or what, P90X, P90X3 was made for like the advanced.
Okay.
And P90 is something for like the newer exerciser. There is some lacking there. So yeah, I think that would be really good for him. The 21-day fix is always really good too. If he wouldn't, he might have to modify some.
Right.
But I think my first go-to would be the P90. To be honest with you,
because most of those are like only 30 minutes long, 30 to 45 minutes, something like that. I think I read. So that's about what he wants.
Yeah, I think that would be really good for him. For women, I often recommend PiYo, but it's not always a man's favorite.
Yeah, no, I don't see him doing that, but I'm using, but no.
I'll be interested if he does get it, because I have never had anybody do it. I've actually tried to talk my dad into do it. If you can imagine that, Meg. I'd be interested to hear how it goes if he does do it. Because if you watch I always send people the infomercial from YouTube.
That's what I need to look at that. Thank you for reminding me.
Yes, I often send that to people. I usually narrow it down to 2 for somebody and then send them the infomercial. If you check that out, it looks like it would be something good for.
Yeah.
Cool. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yes. I've had a number of older people who've had success with certain programs, even though, I'm kind of like, and they do it, but they do it. 21-day fix, PiYo, size.
Yeah.
For a woman, an older woman. Tim liked size, but like for somebody, I've got a couple of people who are in their 50s and 60s who've done size.
Yeah, okay. Just in case my mom gets interested. I doubt it, but.
Well, it's kind of Zumba-ish.
Yeah, and she likes to do Zumba.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good
thanks.
question. Yeah, your questions don't have to be related to what I talked about tonight. It can be anything.
Okay.
Anyone else? Alyssa, are you? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. I have a quick question about the PiYo one. My cousin was interested in doing like a Pilates workout. Is that Pilates and yoga together?
Yes, exactly. It's Pilates and yoga mixed. It's sort of like yoga on steroids. It's like fast moving. I've never done Pilates like straight up, so I don't know how close it is to that, but that's what it's supposed to be, like the blend. It's fun. I'm not a yoga person. I actually really hate yoga, but I really love PiYo. The music's fun. It moves quick. You're not like holding poses forever,
Okay. She's been doing the 21-day fix for a year now, and she feels like she needs something else to like change it up. And she wants to do more of like toning now. Now she wants to tone, so I thought PiYo would be a good one for her. Oh,
absolutely. It is incredible strength training, PiYo. Okay. So I think that would be really good for her.
Okay, thanks.
And one of my favorites, actually, but I'm a huge Chalene Johnson fan. She's one of my favorites.
She's good. Yeah. Thanks.
Question. Anyone else?
With the Country Heat stuff coming out, so that'll be available. It's not on Beachbody On Demand yet, right?
No, it will. My guess, they haven't released an actual day. My guess is what they did last year and the year before is they release it at Summit for people who are there. We can buy it in the store, and then it comes out officially on the Monday after. I don't know if that's going to be the case this year, but I'm guessing that's what's going to happen. And then my guess, it's not going to be on demand unless you buy the challenge pack. Or the program, and you pay for the club membership.
Yep. Okay. Thanks.
Yes. Good question. Anyone else? We have 8 minutes. There's plenty of time. I'm going to give a shout out to those of you who are in my Power Hour group for the 2nd month in a row. Anyone else have questions? Nothing. Come on. For those of you who are not going to Summit this year, or if you are going this year even, they usually, last year, and the year before, they did, while you're there, the tickets for the following year go on sale at a discounted rate. So, like last year, we bought our tickets for the following year for like $125, I think. And then after the weekend, they go up to, I don't know, now they're at like $240. So if it's something you think you might want to do next year, think about now whether or not you might want to think about buying your ticket during Summit when they're released.
Is that like, I definitely am interested in going next year? Is that like, and then I'm not going this year, but so can I buy it if I'm not there, or how does that work?
Yep. So it'll they'll announce when it goes on. They'll probably announce it at either probably the opening ceremonies on Thursday night, and I'll share with it. I'll share it all with you guys in Team Alive, and then it'll give us a website we can go and buy it right then and there online. So last year we were all like buying our tickets while we were sitting there. But it's something I'm gonna post about it too, because it's kind of hard like on the spot to be like, oh no, I didn't realize I had to spend $100 whatever to buy a ticket. So it's something to think about if you think you might want to go next year.
Yeah, I bought mine while Janelle was at Summit last year.
Yes, see that, and Becky wasn't there last year, but she heard that they're on sale and they sell out. Everyone got off the wait list this year, and the year before everyone got off the wait list. But it's kind of cool to know in advance. It's hard to wait around until May. So yes, and they're usually non-refundable, non-transferable. So, although they may have been transferable till December something. Is that what
I think you had until December. There was one date, I think, for refunds, and then by December 31st, you could do a transfer.
So there you go. And there's always someone looking. So, but you got to keep that date in mind. I know there's several people who just back out at the last minute and they lost their $120 or whatever. So, if you think this is going anywhere for you, Summit is truly an experience unlike any other. The trainings are amazing. Being with everybody is amazing. It's like a sorority without cliques. Like there's no like drama and like girls hating each other. Like it's really cool. And there's just it's like at the Diamond Retreat we had from 25-year-olds to 58-year-olds, and it's like everyone's like happy and sweet.
Where is it?
Where's Summit?
Yeah.
This year it's in Nashville, but I've heard they announce it. They'll announce it at this year's Summit where next year is going to be. I've heard it's not going to go back to Nashville next year, so they'll announce it where it's going to be next year. Is it
only like a one-day event, or is it the whole weekend?
It's the whole weekend. It starts Thursday night and it goes until Saturday night. So basically, like just what we do there's like a recognition and announcements. There's like an opening ceremony with all that stuff. You sign up to work out with whichever celebrity trainer you want to. There's Friday and Saturday a full day of trainings by top coaches, and they're great trainings. They're all available online. They'll be put up eventually through YouTube. It's something about being there live. There's a huge store. It's like a mall of Beachbody crap. It's amazing stuff that you can't get online. What else? There's parties. There's a Success Club party, a leadership ladder party. There's a closing ceremonies. It's nice to be together. We're gonna do like one of those pedal tours where you ride, like our team is, where you ride on these bikes, so drink, whatever. So it's really like team building, and it's fun. Who would have thought? Well, there's 20 somethings on this call too, but I never would have thought that in my 30s I'd be going on like these trips like this, and never would have crossed my mind. So it's a lot of fun, and the trainings are really good. So, any other questions? No? Who has already ran their free group this month? Anyone?
It's next week.
Next week? Couple people? If you think you might want to shoot for the diamond retreat and hit Success Club, I highly recommend planning a free group, followed by a paid group. If you guys ever want to join mine too, you're certainly welcome to run them with me. Okay? Or your upline, if you're not my coach. Any other questions? All right, guys. Well, thank you for being on. Oh, wait. Don't go anywhere. Somebody just left. It was Jenny and Angela left you. Hang on. I got to take a picture because I'm going to do a prize drawing. Everybody smile. I hate when people take a picture and you don't know they're taking it when you're on the call. And you're like, ah. All right, guys. Have a good night. I will see some of you in the next 2 weeks. And thanks, guys, for being on, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks,
Good
Katie.
night.
Good night.